Hello, family. Welcome once again. Check out these leaves we've got here. Is our authentic amaranth. Yes, I hope you remember amaranth leaf. In my local language, we call it fontete. And this leaf, it can be used in a different ways. You can use it for your soup. You can use it for your sauce that you can enjoy with plain rice, cooked yam, potato, whatever you want to eat with it. Yes, and I'm going to prepare this sauce today in this video, so stay tuned as we clock it together. So here my leaves is nicely washed and I move ahead to chop it into these tiny sizes. All right. In one of my short video, in case you want to know, I prepare this leaves with my palm nut soup and the taste is mwah. It's out of this was very delicious. So stay tuned and look for that short video. You will love it. Alright. So after chopping the leaves, I move ahead to collect it into my saucepan. Alright, then adding a hot water to it. Yes, this is hot water. I added enough to it and allow it to sit in the hot water for few minutes, after which I begin to stir it. Of course, I'm not using my hand. We know that the water is hot. My dear, after cooking amara this way, be assured that no nutrient is missing. We are maintaining the nutrients of the leaves till it is done cooking. All right. So after washing it in the hot water or rinsing it in the hot water, we move ahead to take it out of the hot water and pour it into cold water. This process is to stop the cooking process of the leaves. You know, amaranth, most leaves they contain some water in them. So this first process is to remove those water from the leaves and make it healthy for consumption. All right. In fact, there are different ways of cooking amara. In one of my videos, I showed how to cook it without passing through this process. But with that process, it's likely that much of the nutrient will die off or will be overcooked. But with this particular one, my dear, be assured you are enjoying green leaves and is immunity booster, guys. So after rinsing it in cold water, I move ahead to squeeze it in a ball form. I only use this process in order to squeeze all the water out of it. Yes, because it might retain water and I don't want any water in my leaves. Therefore, I squeeze it. I squeeze the leaves and the water came out. Then I spread it. Yes, I spread it in my bowl, sprinkled it to become separated. All right, so here are the vegetables I'll be using for my amaranth. I don't need much. I'm moving ahead to blend my pepper, tomatoes, and ginger with onions. Yes, you can add any spices of your choice. All right, but amaranth, you don't need so much spices, my dear. Just a little and you're good to go. Now, this process is done in two ways. You can either chop these ingredients, so you slice them or you blend them. I choose to blend them, and in the hot boiling oil, I added my blended ingredients. This is what we have. My oil was too much, therefore I scoop some away, and this is what we have. And then I move ahead with some shrimp powder. Yes, you can add as much as you can. Mostly when we are cooking amara, we don't usually add fish or meat to it, but my dear, it's your choice. You can choose to add anything. You know, this leaves is nutritious on its own, but when we are eating, you need to chew something, you wanted to chew something, this amara, the way you cook it is chewable. Yes, when you are eating it, you'll be chewing it. But all the same, if you want to add fish, it's a choice, dear. So I cook this for some time, about 8 minutes, to allow the water to dry somehow from it before I move ahead to add the leaves to the stew. As you can see, this is very simple way to cook it. You don't need too much for making the stew, and then after cooking the stew, the tomatoes and the pepper for few minutes, you just move ahead to add the amara and then stir it. At this point, you reduce the heat and allow this to cook well for a few minutes. You don't need to overcook the amara at this point. Remember, we've already, do I say parboil it, because we added hot water. We soak it in hot water for a few minutes, and that has made it cook. All right. Now we are enjoying this with our boiled yam. So here's my yam. I'm just going ahead to cook my yam, and then at this point, you just check up on the yam whether it is well cooked. If it's well cooked, then we move ahead to strain it, throw away the water, and serve it hot. Yes, my dear, we mostly, in my village, this food is mostly taken in the evening, and it's healthy. We take it as supper, and it's very healthy. It's very nutritious. The next day you wake up feeling awesome, feeling healthy. Yes, so we serve our amara with boiled yam, boiled plantain, plain rice. Oh, what have you? You know, it's a very delicious leaf, and you cannot just overlook it. If you don't like amara, my sister, my brother, just try it once again. Very healthy, guys, and easy to prepare. I hope you'll be trying this at home. Amara, you can find it in the market. Luckily for me, it's just appear on my compound. Is growing very well, very healthy, and people were saying, the ground is good for this leaf. The way it's growing on my compound, I can't stop eating it, guys. I'll have to take advantage of the moment and enjoy these healthy leaves. All right, thank you very much for watching, my dear. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Hope to see you very soon in my next video. All right.